welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Dawn here. So today we are back with the using up the 12 by 12 paper pad. So I've cut out the bits off the bottom. These bits, what I thought I would do is I'd get my punches and just punch some of them because I think I'll need a closure for my travel journal, so the TN. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to keep this back a bit. This will just go in my stash for when I need some like grey board or something. So I don't throw anything away. These do come in useful, so they'll just go away. So we've literally just got these little bits. But what I want to do is, because I think I'm going to need some of these bits, so I mean we can sit and cut everything out definitely, but I don't think I'm going to need absolutely everything on there. So I've got a couple of the circles. So this is just, I think it's 2-inch hole punch. Actually, let me just double check. It might actually be 1.5. Yeah, it's a 1.5 inch hole punch, but this is going to end up being my closure, so I'm going to end up having it just on there, and I just want 2 bits. I'm not sure which side we're going to do yet, but yeah. So today we are going to do the TN. So I've been wanting to do the TN with you guys. So I have my laminator out. It's just off to the side of me, and what I've already done is I've already pre-scored everything. So I'm just going to burnish all of these down as much as I can, because we'll need to re-burnish them once it's gone through the laminator. So let me just grab a laminating pouch. So I've got a couple here just in case anything goes wrong. Now, I'm not an expert when it comes to making TNs with the laminator. The best person for that is actually Effie Ann Cards. Our Steph is absolutely amazing at it. So yeah, she's much better than I am. So I'm just going to pop that in there, and then we're just going to lay that down. Now, for some reason, I'm picking up every little sort of bit on my mat. So right, there we go. So I'm just bring my laminator in so you can see it. Move my phone. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to wait for that to say it's ready. So this is just a cheap, well, actually I don't know, because it was given to me as a birthday present. So, and I absolutely love it. But you can pick up laminators quite cheaply. This one I know is from Tesco's, because yeah, the person who bought me it did tell me where it's from. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run this through. So feed that pouch through just like that, and this is just going to give our TN more stability. Just see if I can bring in some more light without it being there. That should be okay. Let me move my water bottle as well. Right, making sure that all the bits that were on it are off. So you have that run through. Now what I tend to do is I run it through and then I burnish it, and then I'll run it through again, and then I burnish it, and then I'll trim it, and then I might run it through again. I don't know, I just think that it's just, for me personally, I like the extra security of it. So let that run through. Now we are going to make inside of this, we're going to make some signatures. So I do need to get some paper out for that, so I will grab my white, oh yeah, I'm just checking to see where it is. It's just behind me. So just my copy of paper. Now my copy of paper, I use 100 GSM, but the copy of paper that you buy in like Tesco's or any sort of stationery place is normally 80 GSM. It's all fine, it all works exactly the same. So as you can see, this is why I like to go through again. It hasn't quite stuck, so I'm just going to go back through, and then we're going to burnish this down really nicely, just using our bone folder. So what I'm going to do while that's doing that, let's grab the paper out. So make sure that I don't knock anything off. Right, so this is just It's by Image paper, and I just get it off eBay, so it's nowhere sort of special. So I'm just going to grab a few bits out and pop that on the floor just in case we need some more. I do need to move that because a lady, this is what I just put on my boxes so you can open them, but lady has a habit of chewing them as and when she sees them, so she is a lady, obviously. It's what she does. Okay, so this is just nearly gone all the way through, and then I'm going to pop this off to the side and we'll start doing what we need to do. The one thing that I've just thought of though, which is a bit late now, is I should have rounded my corners, and then we wouldn't have had the sharp corners, but never mind, we live and learn. I always forget. So I want the blue bit to be on the inside, so we're just going to re-burnish all of our folds, and it is a good idea to put your fold lines in before you laminate. It just makes it work so much better. So just like that. Now these ones are these are just to help it move, just to go over. I am going to go cut it around this now, so like so, and I am going to slightly round my edges as well so that they don't like sort of stab into you, if that makes any sense. So just going to take all of this off, and then once I've done this, honestly, you really don't have to run it through as many times as I am. I don't know why I do it. I just feel like I need to run it through those extra couple of times. It's like a compulsive, obsessive compulsive thing that I do. So I am just running it through. I think it's just because I want to make sure that it's done. So I know that there's going to be people on this thinking, honestly, why are you putting it through so many times? It really is just like a security thing for me, just to make sure that it is definitely all secured. So I'm just going to run that through again, and then I will turn my machine off for now. While that's going through, I'm just going to grab our trimmer, and I'm just going to grab, because if you remember in the very first video we already made some of these little like notebook covers, so we need to make sure that our paper is the same size. So I need 6 inches by 6 inch pieces. So let's just grab a few at a time, and then let's cut this down to I'm going to do 6 inches like so. That is nearly done, by 6 inches, and we will have to come through with a knife and cut this down properly. So there's one book. I'm going to count how many sheets actually I've used in that, and we'll keep them all of the same. If you want lined paper, you can by all means you can definitely do that. See if you've got like a lined book or something you can use. So yeah, right, feel much better. I feel like that is solid. So that is our TN ready to go. So let me turn off my laminator. I do have another laminated sheet out just in case we need it. The laminating sheets that I am using are from the pound shop, so they're really cheap ones, but I find they work really, really nicely. So just use what you have, guys. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So each book's going to have 14 layers. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need 2 more. 1, 2. Okay. So I'm just doing them all together just because, yeah, I just find it easy. Easy to do. And like I say, we will have to get the craft knife out and trim these off just so that they are all perfectly shaped. So right, one more lot. So I've definitely got enough paper, and I won't waste the rest of the paper. It'll just go in my what do you call it, my drawer, my scrap card, and I'll use it for die cutting because it's quite a nice paper to do that with. So 3, yeah, 7. Okay, so that can go back in the tub. But I don't want these to be too thick, because if they are too thick then it's going to make it too bulky. And what I want to actually do is make like a card holder in there with some of the leftover pieces that we have. So if you wanted it to hold your your credit cards or anything when you're away, I thought that would be quite a nice idea to pop into it. So that's the other thing we're going to do. Right, so these is just, like I said, they're not going to get wasted at all. They will be used just in other projects, so I'll put them in my scrap bin, close them up, then that can be put away. Okay, so that's back in its box. So next thing I need, now this is entirely up to you, and I was hoping it was in there, but oh, it's gonna be one of those days, guys. So I need my stapler. I'm not quite sure whereabouts I have popped it. I honestly thought it was down there. Anyway, I'll find out in a moment. What I'm going to do, because I am going to use my stapler to staple these, I do have a long arm stapler, so I will use that. But what we're going to do first is all of these sheets of paper, and I am going to do them separately, is I'm just going to fold them all over, like so, like that, and then we'll pop them inside. There is different ways actually. If you didn't want to staple this, you could just use what do you call it, like they just do a simple stitch to them. So there's plenty of videos out there, but I just find a stapler for these type of journals is just so much easier. So I'm going to, and actually I'm thinking I might not even need my long arm stapler for this. I probably could get away with it because it is 6 inches. It's 3 inches where we need to do it. I am thinking that maybe just my normal regular stapler would do. So yeah, okay, I'm going to pop them on all together. So like I said, this is going to be one of our signatures, and as you can see it is protruding there, and that's what I'm saying, we will have to get our craft knife out and we will have to do it, but that just fits perfectly on there. So there's our first one, and it's not too bulky as well. So, and then we're just going to do the same with the other two. So I'll do that off camera because I'm just going to do the same as that, and then I'll grab my stapler out and we'll be back. So I'll be back in a second. Okay, so I'm back. That is all done. So they're all together. I do have my stapler here. And yeah, I'm just going to take that out and put some new ones in. So I managed to find them. I did get my husband in to find it, and he didn't find it, but he did find my remote for my CD player, which I've been looking for months and months and months, and because I couldn't find it, I ended up buying myself an Alexa so that I could listen to music. So I didn't actually need to. I had everything out, and the one place that I didn't have out, turns out that yeah, that's where it was. Right, okay, so I have got a small one. I'm not sure where I put my yeah, I'm not sure where the big one is. And do you know, this is something that sort of annoys me quite a bit, and I think it annoys my husband as well about my room, is that nothing is ever where oh, yep, there you go. That is my boards for my die cutting machine. So normally my stapler is literally just to the side of me in my cupboard, but nope, it's not there, so I have no idea. Sorry if my head's in the way. I'm just going to try one more place before we try and attempt this. No, I bet my hair's a mess, by the way, so I do apologise. Okay, so what I'm going to do, so we're just going to slightly bend this, which is not the best way to do it, but you know what, it is what it is. And I really, really want to use my stapler because it's so much easier. So, and I've just done that the wrong way, but never mind. So Or actually no, I think that'll be fine because we won't be able to feel it. So it's just slightly bending over your pages. Now if you prefer not to have yeah, a little crease, then obviously don't do it this way, but I do find that these creases do come out, so yeah, it really does not faze me at all. So there's the first one, and as you can see, much better. Just stapling it together, it's just so much quicker, so much quicker. Right, what I'm going to do is let's do this one. So I pull my stapler open, and then I sort of bend my pages over, and I find that is the easiest way for me to do it. And then when you click it, as long as you don't leave it there forever, it's all good. So let's do that again, and then once these are done, what I'm going to do is I want to come in, there we go, and I want to make some, like I was saying before, some card holders, because you might have, like, you know, like a rewards card or something that you want to take on a holiday. It's just somewhere to keep everything all together. So yeah, I thought that would be quite cool. And then the other thing is like a couple of envelopes as well for like tickets, or even like you could like put coins and stuff in, which I thought would be quite a fun thing to do. So yeah, okay, so, and the only reason why we're doing travel themed is because the paper pad is travel themed, so that literally is the only reason to why everything is a travel theme. But do you know what, I'm loving how everything has turned out. Come on, move down a bit, there we go. Okay, so that is our 3 signatures. Now, as you will see, there is white going over the edge. If you don't mind that, you can leave it. You really don't have to take it off. I'm undecided. I will decide when it comes to it, but I've got a feeling the chances are I am going to chop that off. So I'm just going to put them in front of me, and we're going to concentrate on this. So I'm wanting it so that it's this way, so this will fold round. Now in this section here, I need to put a hole, because this is where I want it so that the ribbon or whatever tie it is I'm using will go on, and my whole thing won't reach. So my little hole punch here will not reach that point. So what I tend to do is I just use my my pokey tool, and I just do whatever I can to get, actually no, we need to use a brad. I've just realised I actually need to use a brad for this bit, because otherwise it doesn't fit on. So let me get some brads. Oh, I'm thinking actually one of these bright yellows. I think that will go lovely. Oh, actually no, let's go with blue, because we've got everything seems to be blue. And then what I'm going to do is I need a small hole for this, so I'm going to use this as well. But what I want is I actually want 2 together, and the only and that's just so that we get sort of oh, what's the word, like it's going to be quite strong. I'm wondering actually, should we laminate it, because I think that might be nice to actually, no, let's yeah, yes, let's laminate it. Do I need anything else laminating? So before we start, because what I'm thinking is I want that smaller actually. Let me just find my punches out. I do have a smaller one. Yeah, I'm just sort of wondering. Come on, it won't go in. If there's anything else I need laminating, so before I sort of put this in, right, I'm just going to push that out of the way because it won't go through here. Okay, so let's see if that'll, come on, I should have done this before. I might have to give up on this one actually and just do some more. So where's our, this will do. So I'm just going to take one from there and one from there. Okay, so let's glue them together, because I think that's going to fit so much better. So yeah, that fits lovely just over there. So that's where we're going to wrap our cord around. But like I said, I'm going to laminate that. So let's leave that off to the side, because there's going to be other things that we'll want to laminate as well. So let's, so far this is what we've got. Okay, so that's how it's going to sit. Let's move that off to the side, because we don't need that for now. Let's move all of these other bits. That is going to get laminated. What I want is, I need some of the paper. Now I am going to fold this in half, because it's just going to fit in my trimmer, because I haven't got my big trimmer downstairs. Well, actually, I've got this one. Let's use this one. I need a bigger desk. Do you think if I ask my husband if we can swap, I can have the front room, and we turn the front room into my studio, if he'll let me? I don't think he will, but I think it's worth an ask. And then I could have a huge desk and more storage, because I think that'd be lovely. Right, I'm going to measure this down. Yeah, it's just no hope on that at all. Ah, wrong blade. Let me swap my blades, because that is definitely not the right one. Okay, that was my embossing blade. We want the cutting blade. So I'm going to cut. I'm thinking, let's do 4 little compartments, like 3 extras. So let me just do another 6x6. That is Lady making little piggy noises, just so that you are aware. Right, okay, now let's move that. I'm just going to pop that in there, and then I don't lose them, and put it back on my drawers. Okay, so I feel like we're all sort of to pot today, so I can see we're getting quite a few thumbs down on this video. I'm hoping it really is making sense to you guys, but I think because I keep losing everything, and I'm not quite sure where anything is. Yeah, it's a bit annoying. Right, okay, let's fold these over. So we want 3 of these, so I'm just going to fold it over like so, and these are going to just sit around these, so you'll be able to open them, and then we're going to have, like, I'm thinking a little envelope or something on there, but we're going to have cards and stuff. So I mean, do bear with me, you'll see what I mean when we do it. I am very quickly actually running out of paper, so which is really good. So yeah, so let's pop that in there. It'll also help with those tacks as well. Not tacks, sorry, staples. So that's going to go there. So now that I've done that, so they're just, so when I put them in, they're going to go like that. And then I'm going to have one extra one, which, let's just fold that over there, if it will go. Okay. And then this one's going to just sit in separately. So there's going to be like 4 little bits in, but everything's going to have a little something on. So let's take these out. So far, I'm hoping it's coming across what we're doing. So far we've just got 4 6x6 bits of paper folded in half. Now this is where it's going to get fun. Now we do need, and I never even thought to grab one, I need like a card or something. So I'm going to go and grab one of my loyalty cards, or an old card from somewhere, and then I'll be back. Okay, so I'm back. Right, I've actually got Lucy's library card. I don't even know if this actually still works. So as you can see, we could quite easily put a little pocket along here in which to put them in. So that's what we're going to do. So I do have a bit of paper here, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut this down to 3 inches. I don't think that's straight at all on either side, is it? So let's go to 3. Actually, yeah, it is. So down to 3, and then I'm going to go to 5. So there's one bit at 5, and we're going to have one bit at 3. So it's going to sit on the card. So we're going to have that bit like that. So like so. But what I'll be doing is we're going to put a thumb hole in, but I'm going to pop my card in, see whereabouts it goes up to, so up to there, and then I'm going to glue all of that bit down so that's not going to fall down. And then we're going to pop that bit on there like that, and then this bit will go in there, and again we'll do the same. So this one's going to fit in 2 cards, and then on the back what I'm going to do is we're going to turn this into an envelope. So I'm going to do 5.5. Okay, just let me straighten that edge up a little. So it's just shy of 5.5. And then I'm going to do a little 2-inch piece. And this is going to be our, just make sure that that is 3 inches. And that's going to be our little flap that will go over. So you'll see. So that's the first one done. So actually let me show you, let me glue it all together and then we can concentrate on the others, because they're all going to have they're all going to be slightly different. So let's do this side first. So using my punch, I am going to put a little thumb hole in, and then we're going to just pop that on there, grab my card. And then I know that, actually I'm going to turn it the other way and you'll see why in a minute. I want my card to go in there, so I know that I need to glue from that line downwards. So all of this is going to get glue, and glue down there and glue down there. So then that gives me this pocket. Then we're going to pop this on. Just there, and I'm going to do it the wrong way around again so we can put a pencil mark, and that I want it to be there. So I know that from there all of this and just up there it needs to be glued. So, and then that gives us a little space for, there we go. I need glue, don't I? I need glue, guys. Oh, there it is. I was going to say, I do have glue around here somewhere. Let's use this one. I don't know if this is art glitter or if this is tacky. I think it's art glitter glue. So just along this edge there, and then we're just going to put all the glue along there because we don't want our card to fall down. I mean, you could, in theory, just cut the card piece down, but I think sometimes that can stop your card from being pulled back out. So yeah, that's why I'm sort of doing it this way. Let's put that on there. So there's that bit, and then we're going to do the same here. So across this bit where we've put that mark, and then we're just going to go down one side and then down the other, and we're going to leave that to dry, and then I'll pop my card in and I will show you how that works. So it's just room to put your cards on. We're then going to do our little envelope, so I'm just going to put a nice hole in, and all I'm going to do is we are going to go all the way around like so. So these 3 areas, and we're going to stick that down and just on there like that, and really press that down. Now we do have a little bit overhang, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to trim that little bit of overhang off, like so. Then with this bit, so I'm going to have this the blue way, I'm going to bring in my scoreboard. So I'm just going to, this is just my little one, and on the long edge, so this is 2 inches, I'm going to score that, well, I'm going to come in by 1/4 of an inch, and I'm just going to score it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fold that over like so. I'm going to grab my scissors. You can either use your scissors or you can use a punch. Actually, let's just use a punch. So I'm going to make it quite decorative. So I'm just going to cut out these corner bits like so, just to make, like I say, just for decoration. I'm going to pop that on there. Now what I should have done, which I haven't, is we could have done with like a little round thing on there. So let's take one out of that. Let's grab one of these. So even though I've already stuck this down, I can still do it. I can just to say reach in, but I would definitely recommend that you guys do this afterwards. It makes life so much easier than yeah. So it's just getting those ends, so I'm sort of having to feel my way to split those. There's one, there we go. Yeah, please do this before sticking it down. I've only just thought of it, so this is the downside to sort of designing as you're going. There we go. So you want a little circle on, and then I'm going to just grab my glue and I'm going to pop a line of glue just along this edge, and I'm going to stick it onto the top of our piece, and just like this. So making sure that it is level with the top like that. Okay, so this is going to be like a little pouch for any like documents or anything like that. That's what I'm thinking anyway. And then in here I'm just going to use my punch to get the center. I'm going to grab a eyelet, so let's pop an eyelet in there. I do need to buy some more because currently I only have gold ones, and then we're just going to close that together. And this is where I could really do with my husband. I've done it the wrong way again. Let's put that the right way. So I always do it the wrong way, guys, always. There we go. But yeah, I think I'm going to need my husband for this. So just to, yeah, push that down because I don't have the strength to do it. I'm just going to finish it off with my pliers, just to make sure that there's nothing sharp. Yeah, that feels fine. That feels so much better. I just don't have the strength in my hands at all for it. So then there's that. So then what I'm going to do is we need some thread or some cord or something. Actually, I've got this gorgeous blue. I don't think it's going to go. Let's have a look. Although it might do. If we use the same blue for the whole thing, it could very much go. Yeah. So I'm just going to cut a length off. So I'm thinking about that. That should be fine. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop that in there like so. So in you go. Okay, like that. And then just bring that around. And then we can just use this bit there. So this bit is what we use to tie it all together. So I really like that. I'm just going to cut this down because we definitely do not need it this long. Okay, so there's that. So that's our first one. So that should be dry enough for me to show you. So we can put our first card in there, and as you can see, it's not going to go past this bit, so we can easily take it out. And then the same here, we can pop our card in there, and again, it's not going to go any further. So that is our first little book. So let's pop that around there like so. So there it is. I really like that. That's lovely. I think I'm going to do another one exactly the same. So let's do that. So I do need some more paper. But first of all, let's sort of move a few things off the desk because the desk is a bit full, right? Because I think that having two of them, it'll be lovely. And then what can we do for our third one? Well, I'm wanting 4 I'm wondering whether to have one, you know, all the bits of paper. So we've got the paper here, because I'll do the other one off camera I think, but we've got all this paper here. What about if we did it, you know, like a little notebook, like a tear off one? I think that might work. Yeah, I like the idea of that. So what I'm going to do is actually put these down to, I'm going to cut them down to 5.5, and they don't have to be perfect, which is really good. Oh, there we go. Like that, because we could have this as a little journal type thing. But what I'm going to do is we're just going to staple it on. If the staples go through, that is. No, it doesn't look like the staples want to go through that many, so I may have to change the amount that we have. Right, so I'm not sure how many's there actually. Let's have a look. One. Well, they did sort of go through, it's just the end bit that they didn't go through. So let's see if I can just get it to go through here. Because if I can get it to go through these, then we can just stick it on. Yeah, so that goes through quite nice. That one hasn't gone on perfectly. So let's try that one again. Oh, nearly. We had a little bit of metal still left. Come on, out you come. Because I was going to say, there's not that many here. There, perfect. So we can have that as like a little extra. I might put that on the inside actually. So this will be the other one. So, and then all we have to do is just glue that first page down, like so. And then we can stick that on there. Then the other thing that we could do, so I do have, I've got just a cheap pen from the pound shop, so you get packs of them. Let's make a pen. So because then we can pop a pen in as well on the other side, so that you've always got a pen there, but obviously we don't want the pen to be super thick. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to cut this down to 6-inch square just to make my life easier. Take that out if I can. Come on, out you come. There we go. Right. Okay, let's move that out of the way. Okay, so what I'm going to do is get the pen. We are just gonna and what I need to do is I'm gonna just grab it and I'm just gonna put a hole in just about there. Okay, so I'm liking that, so I'm going to just fold that in half like so. Hopefully this will be okay. And then I'm going to cut it so that the pen is 1.5 inches for now. So this measures 5 3/4. So it's just under 12 by 12. So we're taking a bit off here, because literally what we're doing is we're going to stick our pen in there in that joint, and you want to keep that joint because it gives for a neater finish. If you haven't got paper that's big enough for the pen, then what you can do is you can sort of have a piece of paper with a little fold in, so it might come up in 1 inch, and then a bit on. So either way is fine. And then what we're going to do, so the first thing we're going to do, and we need to give this plenty of time to dry, so don't do any of your cutting until you know that this is fully dry. So and put plenty of glue on. It doesn't really matter around the edges because we are going to cut this down, but you do want to remember that this needs to dry. So I am just going to and you just have to sort of, you want to glue as well that sticks quite quickly, so if you haven't, then clips will be a good thing to hold it into place. So yeah, as you can see, I'm doing this slowly. I'm going all the way up, making sure that we are stuck down. So that is the start of our pen. Do you know what I should have done, which I haven't done, is I should have actually made sure that the pen works. So, and the pen works, so it's all good. So yeah, right, while that is drying, so I'm going to leave that just a few minutes just to finish up drying. So just like that. What we're going to do is we're going to make like a little pocket for the pen to sit in. So using the same paper, I'm going to cut a piece that is 2 inches, no, 2.5 inches. Let's do 2.5 inches by 3 inches, just shy of 3, just so that it fits in. And that's going to just sit on there. I'm not going to put a thumb hole in because I don't feel like we need one. This literally is just for the pen to go in. So putting plenty of glue down on 3 of the sides, and then we're going to glue that in here like so, like that. So now that that's in, leave that to dry. This should be dry enough. We're just then going to shape our pen. And don't go too close to the centre, because then your paper will end up sort of coming apart, and you don't want that at all. So, and then you just go around your pen like so, and that gives you a flat pen. I mean, you can do whatever you want, you can decorate it however you want. There is no rules with this, which is absolutely fantastic. So yeah, but it takes away the bulk of your pen. So, and that just sits in there like that. So that is our next one. That is really, really cool. So that's going to actually be the one that sits in there at the front. So I'm going to do another one with the cards and stuff. And then the last one, I think what I'm going to do, I have no idea actually what I'm going to do with the last one. What should we do? What should we do? I'm just trying to work out, see what it is that we can do. I'm wondering whether just, you know, to add a little envelope on the front. So use this. Yeah, let's do that. Right. So from that full line, I want that to be 2 3/4. So let's, and then this on this side, I want it to be 3 1/2. So, because what I'm thinking is we can have this as like a little, yeah, little fold. So it's just having to play around with different ideas. Have a look on places like Pinterest, YouTube. There might be some ideas there that you can do. Yeah. Have a look to see what's out there. I should have really went on myself actually to have a look, because I am struggling for different ideas for this. Right, I'm going to pop in a little, yeah, there. Right, now because this is an envelope, we do need to glue the sides down like so. Let's glue that. And then those corners, I'm just going to bring in my corner punch. Okay. And I am going to do the rounded corners for this. So there we are. I like that. So then that can just sit on there like that. Yeah, I like that. I'm just wondering whether or not, if we have a circle, say, you know, so that you can tuck that end under. I can't believe I've got left, paper-wise, we've got one full sheet left and a few scrappy bits. How cool is that? Yeah, that just feels amazing. So that's what I'm sort of thinking, that we could have that going there and just sort of lift that up. Yeah, I'm going to do that. So I'm going to just pop a little bit of glue on around there, and that's going to sit just over that bit there. Okay, so I'm going to leave that to dry, and then, because what I'm thinking is you can just sort of do that. Maybe it needs to go down just a little bit further there. Right, so let's glue this on. Okay, so I'm hoping I've got enough scraps just to make another card holder, because I think it's, you know, we have so many cards, especially if we're going away, we have so many different reward cards that, like, I know I've got a Costa card, I've got a Starbucks card, I've got, oh, what else have I got? I've got a Superdrugs card, I've got a HMV. Yeah, I've got so many cards, it's ridiculous. I know that a lot of them you can have on your phone, but I'm very old fashioned. I like to use my cards. Yeah, I like that. Right, okay, so there's that. So we've got like a nice little envelope on the front. So on the back, what should we do on the back? I don't know, guys. Right, I'm going to pop, oh yeah, it will work. I'm going to pop just a touch more glue in there because I'm not liking, right, so I'm just going to put that down. Okay, now I've got this little bit, so how about we have that as just a tuck, maybe? So let's grab this, and I'm going to do 3 inches. So that's going to sit on there. Yeah, but I think what I'm going to do is we're going to have it as a tuck. So I'm just going to cut it down like that. And we're going to stick that on there, and that becomes a tuck pocket. So yeah, we're going to do that. Okay, so again, just pop in some glue down. Okay. Make sure we've got it all the right way, and then that's going to stick on there like so, and then there's a little tuck pocket for anything that we need to add in. So yeah, I've just got that piece of paper. Let's pick that up because we're going to need that. Right, okay, so there is that, and that should be, actually I've just made that worse, so yeah, that doesn't quite go how I want it. Right, I'm going to take that off, and I need to rethink. Do you know what, I'm wondering whether just to cut that off and we'll decorate that up somehow. Yeah, what about that? Oh, do you know what, I might put that on there. And we still need sort of, yeah, needs to be smaller. I'm just trying to think, because I'm really not happy with that, but I really do like that over the top of it, so I think that looks quite nice. But I do still think that we need like some sort of closure, so it looks like it's gonna have to be yeah, one of these. So using the round bit, so I'm going to get my hand in there. So again, do this before, definitely do this before. I don't know why I do this to myself, I do it every time. But I thought we could just use like, you know, like a little tux type thing. Yeah, not going to happen, guys. So move that out the way. I'm just going to move these out the way a second. Let's move all of our bits of paper just up there for a second as well. This is going to get glued there like that. Yeah, I'm liking that, so that's what I'm going to do, and it fits thankfully just right on it. So it's like a little bit of decoration as well. Okay, right, let's stick that on there. And then I've just thought I put glue on that bit, and yeah, right, let me just put that in there because we do not want that to stick at all. Okay, so there's that. Now we have this piece, and that's not, this isn't going well, guys. I think I might have to give up on this. No, you're not giving up. Just carry on, just put some more glue on. So it was slightly wonky, which is not what we are looking for. We do need this to all work out, remember. So I'm just putting that in there because obviously we still want to use it as an envelope. What I'm going to do is grab my, what do you call it, tool, my eyelet tool. I'm going to pop in an eyelet. Oh, that didn't work, did it? Put that there. I'm going to pop that on there like so. Now it's the long bit through this bit and the short bit through the bottom bit. Oh, there we go. Oh, look at that. Perfect. So I got it right that time. I still want my pliers just because, yeah, I'm not, like I said, I'm not strong enough for this. So I just want to tuck all those ends in so that no one's going to hurt themselves on it. Oh, obviously, if you were stronger than I was, you wouldn't get that. So then there's that. Let me just make sure we can still get, yes, we can definitely still get in. Let's get rid of those bits. And those bits. Right. We want a bit of ribbon. So I think that should be more than enough. Okay, I'm just going to pop that in there, like that. Now you're not going to, thankfully, you're not going to see that little mistake that I made. Right, I'm much happier now. But I just feel like it needed some sort of closure on it. So yeah, I'm liking that. Okay, just going to get rid of these ends because there is quite a bit on there. Right, okay, so that is our second one. So let's grab one of the bits that, so in there like that. So we've got that one, we have that one, and then we have this one. So that I'm just going to actually put over the top of there. So we've got those three. I do have this one that we can do something with, but to tell you the truth, what I'm thinking is actually just having it as, again, just 2 card pockets. So basically doing this on both sides. I think, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And then I'll put it on that one. And then we'll come to the, what do you call it? The TN, and we'll start popping it all together. So I'm going to go off camera. I'm going to put 2 pockets on each side for the cards to go in. Once I've done that, I'll come back and yeah, we'll start putting the finishing touches to it, and we should be finished. So I'll be back in a second. Right, okay, so I'm back. I'm not going to laminate this little bit because it means I have to use like a full sheet, and I really don't want to use the full sheet, so it should be okay. Right, okay, so now what I'm going to do is I need to put some holes in the top of here and some eyelets. So what I'm going to do is, just using this, is I'm going to put 2 in, and I'm just going to go on either side of the score lines, and that keeps it. So I'm just lining this up with the score line, and that just ensures that I'll get the right placings for my holes. So once I popped them in, I'm then going to come in with some eyelets. So I need 4. That's 3, 4. So we're just going to pop the eyelets in. Right, see if I can remember, even though we've just used it. So right, okay, so And then we're just going to close them around, and actually that works lovely. So I think the eyelets I'm using are 6mm eyelets, but just use what you have. Honestly, you don't need any, like, to go out and buy these, because that's what I'm using. I'm using them because I have them and it's all I have. So but I mean, I don't even think you would have to use eyelets. The only reason why I am using eyelets is just because I think it will last longer with them, and I just think it finishes it off quite nicely. So now by doing the 2 holes, so you could do 3 holes if you wanted, but by doing the 2 holes, it's going to give me 4 strings. I will show you in a moment when I do it, which means I've got 4 places in which to pop bits and pieces in. So there we go. Right, I really need to work on my strength, although I'll never get my strength back, so makes no difference whether I work on them or not. Now before we start, I'm going to grab that blue oh, where's that? There it is, the blue thing, and this, and I'm just going to pop a hole in here because I do think that I want to put this on before we start. Now you could and what Steph does from Effie Allen Cards, she always puts a little hole in the center here and then has it so that it wraps around the journal. I'm literally going to have just on this side of it is I'm going to have a little hole and an eyelet and the ribbon. So that's what I'm going to have, just because it's easier, and I don't have anything that's going to give me a hole sort of right the way in that center, if that makes any sense. So it's going to look neat. The only thing I've got is this. So I've just put that away and I need it to pop an eyelet in. So let's pop this eyelet in. So I'm just making sure I do all of my eyelets, all of my holes, everything that needs to be done I'm doing now. So then we can actually put it together and start decorating it. So there's for that. Now I'm going to grab my ribbon and I'm just going to grab a piece of it. That should do. And pop that in here like so. Hopefully. Okay, come on. Hope I'm on camera. Yes, I am. Oh, do you know, it's not going to work. Right, my hands are starting to get quite tired because I've been playing with the eyelet thing. Now my eyelet tool, I actually got really cheap off eBay. It's just a cheap one. I just put in, you know, eyelet tool and eyelets, and it came up, I think it was, I want to say about £8. Really wasn't that expensive at all. I do want the Memory Keepers one, but because I have that one, I don't see the point in spending extra. So yeah, I'm liking that. I mean, really I should have had the ribbon longer and we could tie it around, but anyway, it is looking good. So what we're going to do now is, this is where it actually goes that way. Yeah, so I need to thread in my elastic. So I just have some really thin elastic, which you can pick up in any haberdashery store. This actually came from my local boy store, and they come on little cards. But yeah, I took it off the card because why not? Now this has been tied together because I don't know if any of you remember the game Elastics when you were kids. So it's England, Ireland, Scotland, Wales, inside, outside, on the rails. Well, my friends and I, we got drunk a few months ago, and we thought we'd give it a go, see if we could still do it. And the answer to your question, can we still do it, is no, we can't. Trust me, we can't. Right, okay, I'm going to go in through the top, and then just going to come across and go down, and then go in through the bottom, so I don't want them to show on the outside, and then go in, and then I'm going to do the same again, repeat, because I want 4 bits of elastic to go through this. So like so. Now you can put charms and all sorts on these, so just pull that through, because like I say, I want 4 bits of elastic. if you put 6 in, then you can have a fair few. So now that that's making sure it's pulled quite taut, I'm just going to pop, but not too taut, because you don't want your piece to bend. We're just going to, I'm going to put a surgeon's knot in. So surgeon's knot is where you sort of go over and then you put your string through twice, and it ensures that it doesn't come undone. Right, let's cut that. So there, now I have 4 different strings. So this is where we're going to put our bits and pieces in. So right at the front, I'm going to put in our little notepad and pen. Then I'm going to come in with this one. This is our just our cards. So I think that would be better off at the front. Followed by our little envelopes. So there we go. So the envelope and the tuck spot. So let's pop them in here. And then I'm going to pop in our other little thing, card holder and envelope at the back of that. So that is our TN, which looks fab. I mean, it does look really, really cool. I'm loving it. So there's our little notepad and a pen. We've got somewhere to pop our cards in. There's our little notepad. We've got more bits. We've got a little envelope, another one. So now all I want to do is I just want to decorate it up. So I'm just going to pop that around here if we can. There we go. So that literally just sits around there like that, and yeah, keeps it together. How cool is that? So that's our little TN. I think it's fab. It's absolutely fab. So yeah, let's decorate it up. Now I have just thought on these pages I'm going to put little tucks on them all, because I think it's just a waste not having a little something on them. So I'm going to use what we already have left over. So little bits that we have, so like we can pop that little tuck on there, just because I just think it's going to add just a few more little pockets to it, and yeah, it doesn't look as though the pages are just bare and we haven't really thought about it. So I think a little tuck spot is all it needs on a few of these. And then we do have some decoration bits, and what I want to do, because I've noticed I don't like the fact that we can see that, so I want that to be covered. And I'm thinking, actually, what am I thinking? I'm wondering whether or not to add in an envelope, you know, stick an envelope on there, or a pocket itself. Could just put that on there actually. That is the question, guys. That is the question. Go where you feel most alive. So I'm going to stick that on there. Like I said, this is all about decorating up. I'm just thinking about that front cover because I'm not quite sure what I want to do. But I am thinking that, yeah, that I might do a pocket on there actually. Let's see what else we have. Okay, I'm just going to pop a little peel off on. Why not? Why not indeedies? Let it all match nicely together. Right, across the bottom of here, let's do a peel off. Well, along the top, just to add in a little bit of decoration, and one across the top of there. I just think it just adds to it, doesn't it? Just having that little bit of something, and it doesn't have to. And I think the good thing about it is it really does not have to be lots and lots. So yeah, yeah, I'm going to stick that on there. Okay, I'm going to stick it just like that. And then we do have Right, I'm going to just shape this a little, and we're going to turn that into a tuck spot. So yeah, so just across there, yeah, like that. So then we've got just a little something else. It just gives you lots of room. And the good thing about this TN as well, because nothing's been sewn in, we can take bits and out as and when we want to use them. So I'm just going to grab some peel off. So I'm just like so. Right, liking that. Okay, so do we need to put anything on the back? Ooh, what if we use that? Yeah, let's use this as a tuck spot. So always make things as a tuck spot, because it doesn't matter if you have it as a tuck spot or not. It looks pretty. Okay, so I'm going to grab some more of these and do the same as what we've just done. That needs a little cut off. There we go. And then okay, and that bit there. Right, okay, so oh, everything sort of fall off. Let's pop something on there. Let's do the summer, I think. Yeah, I'm going to have the summer. Now, I did want to make one more card, but I think this video is going to be super long. So what I'll do is I'll come on and I'll do another video making the last card, and then we'll have a look at what we've done with everything from this paper pack. Because like I say, I want everything to be used, and that's what we are going to do. So yeah, so in the next video it will be using everything. So I think it's going to end up being like a collage style. Yeah, but we all like that, so it's fine. Right, let's have a look. Again, this can be a tuck spot, so if we just go across like that, and then we pop glue on two of the sides, that just gives us a small tuck spot just there. And then with this other bit, I'm going to put it up in that corner, so it gives us two tuck spots. And I'm doing that because normally I would just bin that a little bit, but yeah, I don't want to. So right, liking that. Got that tuck spot. Right, we need some more of these peel offs. But yeah, I've got a feeling this video is going to be quite long, so I hope you've enjoyed it. I know that I have asked you guys quite a few times if you prefer longer or shorter videos, and you guys always say longer videos, so it just means we get to hang out even more together. Right, so just I'm going to stick that on. This probably would have been easier actually if I took everything out to decorate it, but where's the fun in that? And I'm not overly decorating it either, which is awesome, because I think sometimes you can over decorate things, can't you? And we don't want to do that. So, oh, look at that perfect sizing. Right, still got a bit on me. Right, I'm just thinking about this part, and then I do want something on here. Yeah, right, where have I put my glue? So let's glue this down. Okay, because I think that's quite nice to sort of open up your book to. And let's stick a few of these bits on. Obviously I don't want to use them all, because we do have our card still to make, but still. What about if I just pop on, oh, I don't know, hello, I am not sure at all, but I know I want this a bit covering. Yeah, actually I think it's going to be one of them that I can't cover it, we just have to accept it. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there. Now I do want to pop something just on here, so I think I'm going to have Let the Adventure Begin with this. So something like that. Oh, I like that. Yeah, I'm going to stick them on. So my glue should allow these pieces to stick, so hopefully anyway. I'm just wondering actually if I would have been better off using double-sided tape, but never mind. Right, I need to refill that. So I'm just going to pop that on there and then grab this. Actually grab this one. So I'm just using my art glitter glue. Like I say, I hope it does stay stuck, but it might be that I have to use my my double-sided tape. What I should have done again is decorated it, then laminated it, but yeah, we didn't. We left it. I sort of, when I craft, I just craft as I go along, so I sort of think of different stages, and as this is like sort of my prototype, and yeah, I think it's not the first one I've done, but I think it might be the first one I've done on camera actually, so yeah. Just going to stick a few more bits on, so I like that. Okay, so there's that. And then on the back, I'm going to keep that for the card, so we'll use that for the card. And then on the back, I'm just going to have life is short and the world is so big. And then I think we can safely say that this TN is finished and ready to be used. So let's stick that down. Make sure it's nice and adhered. Like I said, I'm hoping it works. If it doesn't, then it just means I've tried. But yeah, it seems to have stuck down. It seems to look okay. So yeah, all is well. Do you know what? I'm wondering whether I like the idea of tying it around in a big sort of loop. So you know what I'm thinking is actually thinking of popping a knot on here, like so. Well, actually, I wanted it the other way. Never mind. No, yes. So what I'm doing is I'm putting a knot on each end, so this can't come off at all from our TN. So let me just cut that. I need to clean them. Yeah, perfect. So no matter what we do, that's not going to come off. Okay, however, it does give us the opportunity in which to wrap around it twice and then hook that around there like that. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. So there you go. That is our TN. We still have a few little bits left over, so I will come back on. We'll do another video for them. So I've got that bit as well. There's a few. And then we've got a few other little daft bits here that we can use. And I do have one full sheet left. So we'll definitely do our card base. And then we'll sort of go from there, really. Those bits I can't use. So yeah, so please do join me in the next video where we use the very, very last of this 12 by 12 paper pad. And I will see you guys very soon. But please do all take care. And until next time, happy crafting. Bye.